And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Getting set for first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the back. On the move to the 30. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is ready to move those sticks for the first down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Green. He's got his man. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He wants to throw. The short hands, it's Allen. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Going up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Allen. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Reed. It's complete to the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up. And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game. This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Johnson. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass. And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going. And it's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man to the left. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Get it out on the screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it, thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the tailback. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. A run for the quarterback. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. He's looking to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy's quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Green. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
That's a really nice looking throw. And I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. High formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Thrust that arm out. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to...
And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run, and these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. Just buried it. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll run it. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Now on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
I really like the play call by the offensive coordinator in that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play call that showed up for the touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't go on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Looks as if he's going to run it. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Getting some heat. And he got smacked
offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Muhammad. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on third down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were first and second down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them...
Oh, right through his fingers. He muffed it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball, but their offense is now going to take the field because that could have been disastrous.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sategna. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. They'll run the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fast motion from the offense. Looking for a man. It's Green. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed behind the line. It's Muhammad. Still running at the 40. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to move it through the air. That's caught. It's Allen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Muhammad. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him in.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Reed. Gonna take a shot. And it's picked off at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And teams that play number one at the elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field, but he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
He'll start this drive firing. Escapes trouble. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Open space at the 25. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged in the middle. It's Armstrong. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. They'll go back to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Calls his own number. And it's on the ground. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Green. Throws to the back. They're working that left side. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned to the halftime break. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Moss. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean,
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go. He did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help second down, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Reed. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Aggie! And that one will give him the lead.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Coming out with it, it's Anthony. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Second down coming up. On the move, it's Jackson. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. The Razorbacks get enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches, but I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football.
No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the back. Keeps the legs moving.
When you're a defense, you stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. Right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Quarterback will keep it. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding, had a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Breaks the tackle. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Green. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Brown.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Aggies just can't get off the field.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Goes to the option. Ball is free. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They keep pushing forward, down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now on the move. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive?
42 Spider.
Trying to bully their way in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse. And they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Looking for a huge play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's got to wish he had that one.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Send that offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Line getting set on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking for a man on second down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. And they're able to make the tackle.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas A&M 14, Arkansas 7.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to get the first through the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, This guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Now on the option. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running game.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Moss. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Got his man quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Muhammad. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And how about the confidence of this quarterback? Palmer, I got to know, man. I know this receiver's a stud, but I'm putting 2 guys on him. I'm trying to take him out of the ball game, and he's still going to throw it that direction?
Because even when he's covered, he's open. And these guys work tirelessly all week long. They understand where they're going to be. They understand when the football's coming.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that will be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away past it.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This time he's got his man. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Oh, it looks as if...
Man, what a blow for this offense. You got the football in the 4th quarter, a chance to go take the lead. Now you turn it over. Your defense is going to have to go out there and step up for you.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right at the gut, gets the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
To the air, it's Reed. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run play action. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9.
Brings up third down.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is good. And they've regained the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Or, sure, I better run.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the right. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
And that's just excellent cover. Vic, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the same thing in the middle of the field. Nobody open. If I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Jackson. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Texas A&M.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, Dave, game on the line played, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. It's a draw. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Texas A&M going quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. The defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller, and certainly through the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Pulls it in. It's Muhammad. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. You get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, you can see he had him. He completes it for the first time.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Immediately fires to the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Got to keep that urgency up here, but already in position for the game-tying field goal. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And with 2 seconds left, their last chance to send it to overtime. It's good. And here in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So here comes our first play of overtime. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 10. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Back to pass, it's Green. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you, running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Arkansas! They take the lead here in overtime.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to lay on the scoreboard.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Arkansas, 24, Texas A&M.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Allen.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
They want to run this quarterback. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Picks up 4. And that's a first down for the offense.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. Aaron is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Four-down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a third and long here. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
One more stop by this defense wins it. Fourth and long in overtime. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Quickly complete. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free.
messing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw.